Hey, it's Bridgette. So I wanted to show you a card spread that I did. I did this one intending for myself to connect, and I thought, oh, fairy grasshoppers would love this. So I'm going to share. So I have 3 different decks. The first is this deck by Kyle Gray, Angels and Ancestors. That's this card. Then I have this deck, this pretty deck. This is the Star Seed Oracle deck. Here it looks like this. It's super cool. The box is just so neat on this one. I love this one. So that's this one right here. And then we have this, the Isis Oracle deck. That's what these 2 are. Now these 2 are my Divine Feminine Powerhouse energy. See this? Hello. Yes. Whoops. See this? Yes. These are like my powerhouse. These are what I pull out when I need some very straight to it, Bridgette talking, actually talking to Bridgette, so she really hears us, Divine Feminine. Okay, so that's when Isis comes in. She works with me in my, and these are her cards too. She works with me in my group work. She works with me in my Divine Feminine work, and I'm just starting a new group, a new round for my Divine Woman group, which is a small, intimate group of 6 to 10 people basically, and we meet online. In September we're meeting twice, and it's about a 2-hour group session each time. And so if you're interested in that, actually, you know what, I should probably do a video about that. So Divine Woman is for way showers, change makers, women who are awakening in their intuition, people who are connected within themselves, who are working on creating their own best life, who are really accountable in a role of accountability for their lives. It's not like psychic Q&A and that kind of a thing. It's really an empowering group of women who are just doing the best that they can, and it's a safe place to connect, get inspired at a deeper level with Divine Woman energy. Okay, so let's do this reading. I want to share this with you. Okay, so I have been really feeling Divine Feminine lately. I think it's because of the mama energy in me, because I have been with my kids a lot. In August, that's usually a month where I feel into deeply my role as a mother, because we're usually stepping into back to school, and that looks really different because I have kids of all ages here in my house. So it looks really different every year. And so lots comes with that start of the school year. And so I usually do feel really connected with Divine Feminine, which is why I launched the Divine Woman group, in August or September. This year it's September 2nd is the first date. And so I was like really feeling it, really feeling the vibes. So I thought, I'm going to do some cards here. I was also feeling just a deep desire to be connected, just really connected in my body fully. And for me, that means the energy of Earth, and really wanting with intention to be connected to Earth. And that could mean going on a walk or sitting outside and just closing my eyes and hearing the nature sounds and breathing the air, or walking in the grass. It can just really be very nature connection. And at the same time, I have this desire of being in body. I also am very connected and aware of this heightened star energy, this heightened cosmic consciousness energy that is coming in and waking people up a bit in ways that perhaps they hadn't considered previously. So intuition and psychicness has really the potential to help with advanced healing. And healing is really a lot about connection. And so this star energy here is such an important part of my makeup that I am really aware of the balancing of the Earth experience and the star experience, and the grounding into Earth and our earthly bodies, all of the psychic connections, all of the energetic connections, all of our lineages, our ancestry, and then our future selves coming together. That is the powerful point of our life. Not to just escape the body, do astral projection. I have a lot of opinions about those things. Don't just leave your body for meditation. What's the point of that? Be here. You have a body for a reason. Be here. If you can't be spiritual and be in your body, you're missing the whole point of the human experience. Okay? Okay. All right. Soapbox. That's also for me, by the way. Me too. Because lately I've been very, very humaning, very mother, very focused, tangibly focused, and recognizing that there's a part of me, the star part of me, that really is active. And so with the divine woman especially, this energy is coming in our first meeting in the month, in our the full moon meeting on September 2nd. We're going to be bringing in this kind of a heightened level of crystalline awareness energy to help support the healing journey of us and our earthly experience. And so basically that's what this was. I was like, oh, I need to get my divine woman invitations out right now, because I hadn't yet. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to do that. So I got these two cards. I was really drawn to this deck because I wanted some grounding and being in my body. So this is that Kyle Gray deck. So I pulled this card, which is very much, this green energy is totally Archangel Raphael to me. It's so Raphael to me. So Raphael. Look at the sacred geometry shapes. Look at that. You see that there? Oh yes. Look at the bit of a shaman nod with the feathers and the walking stick, and look at that third eye green for healing. What do you see? Do you see healing? This energy is the earth guardian. Stay rooted and grounded. Staying rooted and grounded just simply means your home base is in your body. Your spirit belongs in your body while you have a body. So get in there, people. Get in your bodies. And then connecting into the star energy, grounding the star energy with the breath of the cosmos coming through. This almost looks like being underwater, doesn't it? It has a little bit of a nod for me to like Atlantean energy, the mythical stories of Atlantis, and the understanding of our spirit and what that means in previous incarnations. The breath of the cosmos to me is the expansion of our life source energy, the expansion of our Shakti through our spirits. It does, yes, indeed, transcend the body. However, this is a reminder that we can't micromanage the universe. This was perfect for me. Bridgette, stop micromanaging the universe. My will to thy will, which basically means give up the control. Ladies and gentlemen, give up the control, because the point is to be in the body, be present, to really be centered in your body, everything. Instead of trying to control and manage, it's really about the breath, which is just the expanded life source energy that's available to us. That is beyond us in our human context, but it comes to us and through us from our human bodies that house all of the energy. All of the energy of the universe is within you in your chakra system, and the soul of you, the universe, is in your belly and your solar plexus, your spirit. And so that's what this is saying. It's like, hey, stop trying to micromanage and act like you're taking control of anything, because you're not. The back to school thing, you're not taking control of nothing. But you are flowing with the vibrations. You are a star and you are a human. You can be connected to the earth and connected to the star energy, the universe. Earth and universe are so in collaboration. This is totally like a metaphor for your human experience and your spiritual experience. It's not one or the other. It's this and this. This and this. Okay. Yeah, feels good. So after I got that message, I'm like, okay, I'll try to let go and let flow, which, if you've been watching my vlogs, you know that I went on a college visit with one of my kids, soon to be high school senior. I moved my other kid into her college dorm situation, but there's like nobody there for the first couple of days. So I stayed overnight actually with her because she was super kind of anxious about being by herself, because it was a little freaky, It reminded her, I think, of when they all had to just all of a sudden move out in March. It was really kind of scary then. It was really eerie. She said it was really creepy. So I stayed and helped her decorate and all that. And I posted pictures on my Instagram, Bridgette Inspired on Instagram. So go check that out so you can see my kids' dorm pictures. It's kind of fun to see that kind of stuff. But anyway, so that was in the span of a 5-day period, literally. Thursday, Friday, I went to a college visit 5 hours away with my boy, my oldest boy, and then with my daughter 2 days later, on Sunday, Monday, ended up with her a couple of hours away, moving her into her dorm. So I had a lot going on here. So when I came back, this is the card reading that I get, right? And so then I'm like, okay, so what centers and grounds me and pulls me together is divine feminine, especially when I'm very connected to my family. Does that sound like you guys? For you, this could be I'm very connected to my relationships and trying to manage things and keep my SHI tut together. One of the vloggers I follow sometimes says SHI tut together. So I'm going to borrow that from him. It's funny. And I'm like, okay, so one way that I kind of come back and center is through divine feminine. And so Isis is one of my guides. If you work with me in private session, you probably know this. Isis is always with me too when I do women's groups and circles. If I do any kind of clearing, usually she comes in, or any kind of like full moon or new moon energy stuff. Or if I'm doing divine feminine stuff, she'll come in, and divine woman, my divine woman group, she'll come in. And so here's the energy that I got from her. Now this card deck I've only been working with for like a year, and it's so powerful to me that I don't use it often. And when I do, I'm very careful with it because it's like super potent is a good word. So Temple of Black Obsidian, the Dark Healing Chamber. So don't let the words creep you out. I mean, it's like mythic words. It's like this intensity. It could sound really intense and scary. It's not scary at all. It's beautiful. Look at the 3 circles here is just an honoring of the life cycle process of the different parts of our lives, the mother, the maiden, the matriarch, and you know, past, present, future. It's just gorgeous. And then here it is again. And then the triangle for me is really sacred. You guys know this. I think I've told you that I actually have a triangle tattoo on my foot that I actually got when my daughter went to college last year. And actually, you know what? I'll post a picture of that on Bridgette Inspired Instagram if you want to see it, if you're curious. Anyhow, triangle is super important. If you've had session with me, you know that. It means truth. What is true, what is true, what is true, or this is true, or pay attention, Bridgette, this is really true for this person. This is true. This is a big true thing. This is a big truth. And it's also an energy when there's 3 points like this, 3 points of contact. It's also a very centering to get you into the present moment. 1, 2, 3 in the present moment, because it's past, present, future. It's all of you. Boom, right in the center. So this black obsidian energy and this dark healing chamber, these words, actually what this means for me, in my interpretation, with the gold and yellow, is very solar plexus, very spirit. Connecting to the center point of spirit or the purpose of spirit is also at times to go through processes of change. In order to go through change, it helps when things are quiet. The darkness actually represents quiet. It does not represent evil to me. It could represent for some of you detoxification. It reminds me actually of the stone, the black obsidian, actually kind of reminds me of one of my favorite stones that I use when I do clearing, and I'll just like throw it into my bathtub water. It's a very soft stone. It's called Jet. It almost looks kind of oily. It's just so sweet. It's the sweetest stone ever, and it's all black. But because it's all black and super dark and kind of, it doesn't mean it's creepy. It doesn't mean it's like black magic or anything like that. It means that it serves a purpose of rest and calming. So to me, this dark healing chamber, it says healing, you guys, healing. The darkness, that's when you rest. When you close your eyes and go to sleep at night and the room is dark, it's intended to be dark so that you have the opportunity to rest. And many of us need rest right now. People are reporting in my sessions, and I've seen in other online groups, that people are exhausted right now. Exhausted because there's a lot being asked of us deeply for our own clearing processes. So take full advantage of self-care in the form of rest. That's what this is, like sacred temple inside your solar plexus and your spirit. It doesn't mean that you're bad, but see how there's chunks off here? That's like shedding, that's like clearing, that's like detoxifying, but that happens while you're sleeping. Use nonlinear time to process any changes when you're doing healing. Do that, activate that. So this to me says, okay, hello, rest, and let God, universe, prime source, creator do the rest, okay? You rest so that inside, stuff can turn over, all that jazz. Okay, that's like, let the natural process unfold. Then I get this one. I love this one. I love these powerful like images of divine women. Lady of the Stars, Priestess of Sirius. If you follow any kind of, I don't follow online any kind of galactic or cosmic folks, that kind of thing, or cosmic psychics or that kind of thing, or star psychics or star seed stuff. But Sirius, I know, is really, really, really active if you're into astrology right now. Sirius is extremely active. Lots of portals with Sirius, I know. And what I zoomed in on was Lady of the Stars. This just means there's a lot of activity. Look at the fires. This is also happening. The fire in the sacral chakra, this is also happening in California and Oregon and Washington. There's other fires that are happening. Fires, creator, preserver, destroyer, also Kali energy. Kali is the Hindu goddess aspect that I work very closely with. She's one of my lead guides, just like Isis is. I know, what a cool balance. If you know anything about goddesses, just ponder this. Just let this sink in for a moment. Two of Bridgette's lead guides are Isis, Egyptian goddess Isis, and Kali. But in the Kali form, creator, preserver, destroyer, Hindu goddess Kali, it's Kali Ma that I work with. So the mother energy. Just let that sit for a second. Cool, huh? Aren't you like, oh my gosh, I want Bridgette to be my coach so bad. I know, right? Yeah, thumbs up to that. So Lady of the Stars, this is a nod to this, that there is changing going on in our human planet and our human plane. And look at this wind. Wow, just moving that just energy of her hair's flowing, her earrings, her necklace. I mean, everything's just like, whoa. And she's like holding steady, and she's seated. She's in a seated position is how it feels. And I feel like she's seated. Maybe she's not to you, but to me, she feels seated, like rooted, like I feel grounded and rooted here. The center core of my body is totally pure and perfect. And then this gorgeous energy right here, see that like star energy right at her chest? That is the heart chakra energy. That's just affirming that your heart is in the stars. Your dreamy energy, your affirmation of having faith in what is coming true here and what is being manifested into form on our planet and in your own individual life is in part a choice of a path that you've chosen for yourself. And so the star energy, the breath of energy of the cosmos is supported as you are one of the stars. That's what this feels. You have a lot of power, but you might be a little scared of this image because this might represent too much power for you. But this is you. You are so in alignment with this energy. You are so in alignment with this energy. You get a lot of power. So be wise when you use it with intention and such. Maybe we should be using our power right now internally to rest and to clear and to really focus on this inward process. Doesn't that sound good? Oh yes, it sounds like the Within series that Bridgette did about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Check that out. Within. All right, so this is a very long card reading, but it's been good. Lots of good resources for you here. And this deck is just beautiful, you guys. But it's intense. It's not for the lightly walking the path and curious for intuition. This is for the ladies who are very divine feminine connected and who are divine women, basically. All right. So thanks so much for watching. I hope this has inspired your spirit, got you curious about stuff. Tell me which of these are, it's almost like these are kind of two readings. Which of these do you identify with? These or this? Are you feeling the star energy? What do you think about that? That's kind of interesting because that's what this is too, just so you know. Yeah, see, look at this partnership. Hello. That's what's going on here, my friends. Yeah. What do you think? Come on, tell me what you feel. Because whenever you find this reading, it's active for you. And so it's all about your interpretation of what you're getting from the cards. I just give you a place to start and from my perspective. So you use your own filters, your own discernment. This is how you do psychic work for yourself. This is how you do card reading for yourself. This is how you learn how to use intuition, by allowing yourself to bring forward what this means for you, what this represents for you. And those representations are messages. That's how we do it here at Fairy Grasshopper Channel. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss a cool video that will inspire your spirit, fill you with hope. After all, the point here is to live your life, your best life. It's your life after all, so live it. Just live it. Hey, watch for a video about Divine Woman in case it's something you might be interested in. Or reach out to me if it's striking your fancy. Thanks for watching.